Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are live. Everything seems to be going well, and I hope you're doing well. So, like I said, welcome back to the stream. This is episode number 63, I believe, which is kind of crazy. We're already at almost 100, closer to 100 than we are to zero, which is kind of cool. And yeah, this is the Build a $1 million Business, where we're trying to build a company that is going to help us generate $1 million in revenue every single year. I mean, not help us generate, it's just going to generate. So that's what we're doing. And there is a lot of learning, a lot of trial and error, a lot of figuring things out. And already a few instances of, questioning what we're doing and how things should be done. But that's the nature of the business, or maybe that's the nature of me being really, what would be the word? I don't know, just really, I don't know what the word is for this, but I tend to like I say, overthink things, and I'm not sure what the word is for that. But it's a problem because I overthink things, make a decision, then sometimes I think, oh, maybe I should go back. Is that the right decision? I don't think that's the best way to go. I think the best way to go is to make a decision, try to iterate on that as quickly as possible, and then see if it worked or not, and then make another decision, and then keep going, and just moving through really, really quickly. I think that's the best way to go. But I do find I have a tendency to make a decision and then just kind of second guess myself, and then kind of stall and not really get started. And that's been a problem that I've had for a long time, and something I need to work on and do better at. And so for today, what I want to do is I just want to take a look at content and content creation, and make sure that, or just put everything in place for just scheduling and making sure that I know exactly what I'm going to be doing every single day in terms of creating content that's going to help me do more business and attract more business. So that's what I want to do today. Because I think, how can I put this? So, I mean, I've done 63 episodes now. This is episode number 64. And I've done a lot of discussion and talking about content and the kind of content I want to generate, but I haven't put anything into place yet. So I think it's really important that, I've made that decision on what I want to focus on. We're going to focus on web design for now. And then the content that I create needs to be showcasing the skills and knowledge that I have in regards to web design. And I just need to move forward with that. So that's what we need to do. That's what I need to do. Oh my goodness. I like this hair. Ugh. Doesn't feel like my hair. Ugh, gross. Get a drink of water. Oh, okay. Right. So I'm just looking at the previous streams. Okay. Did lots of Zoom integrations, websites, membership stuff. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to, where can this stuff go? Okay. You can go in the garbage. Sorry, I'm just organizing things on my desktop here. Clients. This can go in here just for now. And you can go in the garbage. What are these SVGs? Oh, those are mine. Right. Okay. Get rid of that junk. Okay. So I can start sharing my screen here. So I do want to see where I have stored all my files. Company. I'm going to bring up like all the documents that I've made. Marketing, media. Oh, must be another folder. Okay, got some video content ideas. Bunch of brainstorming things here. Okay. So, right. This, I think we worked on this just before I left. And what do we have here? Video content ideas. Okay. Goal is to put together somewhere between 10 and 25 pieces of content every day. Right. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Haven't done this yet. And I have ideas for skits. Small clips. Let me just throw on some music here. Okay, lessons learned. So I think what I want to do is I just want to go through all the notes that I have and just try to see what I had decided on. And then, of course, kind of try to create some type of schedule for what I'm going to work on every single day and when I'm going to work on it. So I can set aside some time to make sure that it gets done every single day. Small clips. Okay, yeah, that could be like dealing with clients and things like that. Right, so these are more long form, educational type content for YouTube, Rumble, what have you. Beginner's guide, yeah, courses. Okay, then I have here, I think these are kind of themes and maybe these are specific ideas that we came up with. 100 video ideas for marketing. Okay, well these are, yeah, okay. How to get started. Right, these are like titles. Okay, so what I'm noticing right off the bat is none of these talk about the business aspect of what I'm trying to do. They talk about, you know, all the knowledge of that I have regarding, you know, web design, web development, which is fine, but I'm just trying to think about maybe like this stream in general and what I should be focusing on in this stream as well. Because it can certainly just work throughout the day just to kind of create this kind of content. That's no problem. But what about this stream? What is, like, how can I grow and build this stream to get more people interested in joining, talking, interacting? What kind of people do I want to have on here? What can they benefit from being here? How can we benefit together? None of that is here. Okay, let me just see some. These are marketing activities. Right. what was I doing here? Just thinking about different strategies, right, for how to attract potential customers to Pixel. Focusing on web design. Let's see. All right. Time estimates. Interesting. I'm wondering when I did this because this has changed a little bit. These are done. That's half done. I'm not sure what this is referring to. Right. Long form videos. And this is how long it takes to do one video, I think is what that estimate is here. Marketing brainstorm for Pixel. What do I have? So these are the two ones that are similar. This is Pixel, and this is the personal brand. Okay. Right, just websites. And what does our website look like right now? I think there's still updates that need to be made. And this takes us to services. We like you who want the very best for their customers and their business. Our one service, we build websites. This needs to be fleshed out more. I think lots needs to be fleshed out more on this. You know, this doesn't really say much, does it? Yeah, it doesn't say anything about what we can do for people. Email. with your audience. Yeah. This needs to be fleshed out a little bit more. I still have pricing. I do. Schedule a call. Okay. We could do a little bit more work here in terms of being a little bit more descriptive with what we do. I mean, it says here, yeah, this is what we do. So we build websites. But maybe there could be a little bit more here in terms of why anyone would want to hire us to do a website. Okay. That's for another time. Let's get back to the content here. So this is really me thinking out loud here, guys, and really trying to figure out what it is that makes sense for me to do. So Pixel, and write stuff down. We build websites. So that's what we do. How can we niche down even more than that? Did we say that we were going to, or did we want to just stick with websites? I feel like it would be really nice to niche down even more. But I don't think I have that. Simplify our website to speak to this. No mention of branding and videos. I wonder. I'm thinking, like, in my mind, the websites that I like to build, I really like to take my time. I really like to understand the business, understand the flow of information, and figure out how to lay all that out to make sure that the user can get the information that they need. But then I wonder if I can kind of, I don't want to say like swallow my pride, but do something as an experiment to be like, hey, you know what? Try niching down super, like, a lot, right? Like, niche down for websites, but it's like Webflow only websites. And then it's also for, construction workers or whatever. Like some niche people that usually typically want to have a website, whether it's for scheduling or whatever, and just really have a website that targets specifically just to that, and see if I can create some type of automated system where, I could spend some money on advertising to those specific people and get clients that way. Have a call with them, have it, and then just outsource kind of the work, the production work. Yeah, but see, like, I'm pretty sure that I can do something like that. but then it's like, do I want to? It's not like, again, it's this fight that I'm having between finding something that makes money, but also something that actually makes me, I'm not gonna say like happy, like everything doesn't have to make me super happy, but also something that, I don't know, that I guess I would be proud of, I guess. Yeah, it's tough. I really like the idea, and I have a couple clients like this where I'm working long term with them on helping with websites improvements, SEO, like over time, all this kind of things. I like the idea of taking a client and working with them, not just doing a one-off thing. So maybe that's how I need to figure out how I can focus my content, or my copy on on Pixel's website. I think why I'm having such a hard time, where I guess it's easier when I'm doing something like a website for somebody else, is because I take the time to ask questions and fully kind of understand the business. Whereas for Pixel, it's like I can't fully form what the business is in my head, because I'm thinking 6 months down the road, 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road, of all these different things that I would like to do. But it's like I can't seem to narrow my focus onto like, okay, what do I need to do now? What is Pixel right now? I'm having a really hard time with that. And I don't know why. And I don't know if it's just me. Again, just thinking maybe just even just going away for a couple weeks just kind of threw me into like a little bit of a loop. It's really weird. It's really strange. I need like a big slap just to get me to focus. Okay, so websites, building websites. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I was sold against this or sold for this, because I know I have some reservations because of what a few people have told me. But in the end, I still think it's a good idea. Yeah, I do need to get out more. I definitely need to get out. Marketing activities, right. Yep. That still sounds really nice to me. New solo entrepreneurs just starting on their journey. Right. Right, so I didn't quite transition to this. See, yeah. See, this is a very interesting niche idea. about new solo entrepreneurs. The problem I have with this so far, after talking to a few entrepreneurs, is they just don't have the money to be able to pay. Or they don't have the money, or they don't see the value. Which is fine. I mean, mostly it's they don't have the money. So if someone doesn't see the value, I mean, I can have discussions with them to unlock that value or to make them understand what the value is. And then they can decide whether they want to go for it or not. But in terms of people that just don't have the money, that's a lot of people. And the thing is I know for me, it just takes me, I have yet to be able to go completely from scratch and design and build a fully functional website in a time that would make it efficient for me to only charge a few $1,000s for a website. And I think it's, for me, it's the design, it's my whole process and the way that I work. So then the question is, do I outsource that process? Because if I have a design and I have to build it in Webflow, then that's easy. It'll take me like a day. I mean, depending on how many pages or whatever it needs, it could be even a lot less than that. But anyways, so could I outsource the whole design process? Yeah, maybe. It's possible. All right, so we got all the video content ideas. So what should I do? What should we do? So I think the first step, let me bring up a Word document here so then I could write and you guys can see what I'm writing at the same time and send me your thoughts. I think I want to do this. This might be taking a few steps back in a sense of what I've already decided, but I really want to try and write down your exact niche. In other words, who do you want to build websites for? And this will help me add more details. Okay. But regardless of, I think, really nailing down and just putting a niche out there, even if it's just for a month or two or what have you, I think the marketing is still the same for YouTube and creating video, because it's all about teaching the theories of website design, right? Because at the end of the day, who the niche is in terms of who's building or who I want to build websites for, the underlying principle is I need to be, or they're looking for someone who's knowledgeable in how to build a website. And I guess it could be in a certain point knowledgeable in their field. So for example, I could say my niche could be strictly for like academics. And maybe that's something that I should think about, is building websites for academia. And part of the marketing and part of the videos I would be doing would be talking about how to build websites, but also another part of that could be like, what are the challenges when you're doing a website for academia, whether it's a research group or what have you, and there's unique challenges associated with that. So that could be a thing. I'm just gonna write that down. There's pros to cons to doing that as well too, because academia sometimes doesn't always have all the money. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's really weird. It's really weird. Or they'll have the money, but then they'll be like super cheap with it, and then for other things they'll be more expensive. They have no problem spending 6 figures on something. It's very strange. This just goes from my experience of being like, what, almost 20 years now in and out of academia. That's crazy. But I guess that could be the same thing. Could be said for public or private sector. You know, some companies have no problem spending money on these types of things, where other companies, they'll have all kinds of money, but they won't even want to open the wallet to anything, you know, creative. To speak to the niche. Okay. Yeah, so you have the next steps, or the identify. Then I think I just need to start making content, right? That's pretty much what it boils down to. So I could identify, yeah, that's how much content as well too. Like how many long form videos to make. Yeah. So what I'm thinking now, what's going on in my head, in my brain, is I'm having a little bit of a disconnect, I think, between creating videos for Pixel and then creating and producing content for this live stream, which again, it relates to the personal brand, right, of what I'm doing. Because yeah, I just need to start creating videos, like just plain and simple, just start creating videos, which is fine, which is what I will do. And they could just be starting with very basic type videos, like on website design or whatever, kind of some low hanging fruit that I know that wouldn't take as much research as maybe some other things might take. Yeah, what did I put for all the content that I wanted to create? That's the... Right. So this is what I put 10 to 25 pieces of content per day. Yeah, that's kind of, this is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, 5 video clips. Right. So you have the live stream and you can create clips from the live stream. How did I break that down though? How did I break it down? So video live stream has 1, podcasting 1. That's assuming I do 1 podcast a week, I think. And then I could cut those out into little pieces. Yeah, YouTube Shorts, the video itself, longer clips. And that's brainstorming. What about, that's marketing for Pixel. And what do I have here? So video content. So long form. So that's 1 long form per week. But then with the short form, I take clips and pieces from the long form content. Original content. Solely for short form. Right. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Building resources. Okay. I think I know what might be bothering me here. So I'm not. Okay. So just long form YouTube content and then just daily build a business, live stream. That's going to be my main focus. Oh, see, that's not even a pixel thing, right? So this is what it's kind of, I think, in my mind. Transition from client service work to product-based work. How to, from client and service-based work to selling products. I think this is service-based. What's exclamation mark? So this is something that I know it's been in my mind. Because I can do everything that I can in order to, get clients, which is fine. So, I mean, I could certainly build an agency around that. But, like one of the people that I really like and admire are the guys from 37 Signals. And they're the ones that they do Basecamp. They do Hey. So they do a few other different software things. But they're the ones that started, I don't know if they invented or whatever, created Ruby on Rails, which is a framework for developing websites and applications. And they initially started as, same as I guess what I'm starting as, a web design shop. We just make websites for people, which is great, right? It's a good way to get yourself in there. But then they transitioned into selling products, and their product, of course, was Basecamp, which is just like an Asana / a Monday, just like a project management system or application. So, and then that's all they do. That's what they do now. They're creating a product. And for me, the idea of creating a product, it's always been what I want to focus on. Maybe I should full screen this, because when you're creating a product, you're not I mean, you still obviously have clients and customers, but it's different, right? It's different because number one, it could be like a recurring revenue. So you can have a pretty good idea of what your month to month expenses and revenue are going to be. You know, if it's a piece of software that you're selling where everyone pays $100 a month to use, and you know you have 100 customers, well, you know you're going to make $10,000 a month in that recurring revenue. So it's pretty, you know, it's pretty consistent in that way. And then you just keep on improving the product and getting new customers or whatever. So it's not where, you know, it's web design where there's a limited capacity to how many clients that I can service at a time, right? Like if I get 5 people that say they want a website and they all want it done in a month, like I just can't physically do that. But if I have some kind of software, I certainly can do that. So that's one type of product, is creating some type of app or software. And then there was the thoughts and the ideas of creating a, what's it called? Something to help me with invoicing. And that's been installed a little bit on the back end. But anyways, that's one thing. But the other thing to do could be to create courses and course materials. And I have this written down somewhere on here. Where would I have this? And it's building resources. Anyways, it's just building courses where I could sell a course on how to make a website, or how to make a website with Webflow, or introductory to web design, whatever. Like there's just courses that I can make. And if that course again costs whatever it costs, if it costs $200 a course, $500, whatever it is, you know, and I can sell a certain amount of courses, or I know, not that I know, but what could it be? Yeah, just if you sell a course and you know that a course is going to make, you know, you're going to have 50 new students or whatever kind of log in and join your course. And again, there's that recurring revenue for that one specific product that you've already made, right? So, and then the marketing with that becomes just keep doing, you know, YouTube episodes or whatever, showcasing your skills in web design, and then you get more and more people to kind of join your course that want to learn web design, not maybe from individual YouTube videos, but more of a course that's been well structured, well put together, that's constantly maintained and what have you. So that could be, I think, I don't know if that's exactly where I want to go in terms of specifically selling courses, but that's the transition that I want to make from just building websites for people to actually selling something. So, you know, courses on web design development, create a service. I could just say a SaaS company. Not a SaaS company, just a SaaS product would be more like it, because the company's already Pixel, right? And the problem with number 2 is I cannot do that myself, and I've yet to find the right partner to be able to partner up with. And then the first one would be to create a course on website design and development, which I could certainly do, which is probably what I will do. Okay. this make the most sense for where I want to go? I think it does. I think maybe my mindset should be, focus on getting website clients, web design clients, and that'll help me transition, because it'll help pay the bills, into what I would eventually aspire Pixel to become. It's tough though. I feel like there's already so many people that are out there that teach people how to, make websites and design websites. Yeah, what else was I doing? I was talking about components, building components for Webflow. There's a third option. That's a third option, is to just keep going on with websites, but have like the whole suite, like basically become an agency, right? So, if you need any kind of video production, advertisements, just like basically like an agency, I guess you can say, right? So I think we should see how things go. I think I should see how things go. Really focus on I want to say really just figure out the niche. Figure out the niche. Let's think about this right now. Niche for, just niche for Pixel. So what are the options? Academic, institutions, and research groups. Completely new. Starters. I did not spell that right. Not sure. There we go. And the thing is too, is it's got to be a niche that I understand, right? Not, like websites for, cleaning companies. I don't know what it's like to have a cleaning company. But do I need to know that? I mean, that's the whole point. Is that you can niche up or down and figure it out. Because if a cleaning company came to me, I would just learn and understand about their industry. I must have written some other stuff down before somewhere else. Business pivot from clients to products. Okay, I did. I always talked about this before. Webflow components, templates. Yeah. Webflow course plus business, all Webflow stuff. If it's super focused on Webflow. Okay. And I got marketing activities here. I got some niche stuff here. What did I write down? I have to clean up this file. All right. People build their online communities. Yeah, that would be so cool. This is still really cool to me. And maybe that's what I need to focus on some of my work. It's just building my own online community, right? Right. So people need to know how to create their online platform. All right. People looking to build their own membership community website. Okay. This is kind of starting to come back a little bit to my mind. What if you need to have Pixel make as much money as possible as quickly as possible? Who would you try to market? It's still really small business, solo entrepreneurs, professionals. Niche idea. Right, so this idea behind the subscription, I think that tries to get to the point of being able to create somewhat consistent revenue stream and to understand, to be able to kind of put money onto the table, or money on the table, food onto the table, right? So if somebody wants a website for $500 a month, and you get 10 of those people, that's $5,000 you're making a month, right? And that's consistent. Right, a bunch of different pricing strategies and tiers. 100%. See this? Just thinking it'd be really cool. It was really cool, but I guess why I'm hesitating a little bit is that I'm working on a project right now, and I don't know how many hours I spent on this site as is. Because I think I tried to do something really, really quick, and try to get something out the door as fast as possible. But I noticed that as I was doing it, I almost had to go back to the drawing board, wasting a whole lot of time. So I probably spent, probably a good 20 hours, I would say, on this site. And it's a site that I was trying to whip up really, really fast. And it's showcasing a couple things. Number one, I can't do websites really fast. Number one, I think my pride won't let me to just throw something out there that I don't like, at least visually, design wise. And number two, well, I don't know. It just takes me a long time, and my process is really important to me, and it's really been the foundation of me making sure that I can get a good website that I'm proud of, that I'm happy with, and that of course solves the client's problem. I need that process. It's really important to me and to my workflow, and I can't skip on it. So if someone comes to me and they want a website, whether it's a small website for a small company or it's a Fortune 500 company, my process is still going to be the same. there might be certain aspects which will be more detailed or more in depth, based on, maybe how much content or whatever, but the process still needs to be there. There's still a process in place from building it, right? Just like when you're building a car, whether you're building a small car or a small car, just, a cheaper car, a Toyota versus, a Bugatti or whatever, there's still a process in place in order to what you need to do in order to build that car, right? And if you skip out on any of those pieces, you're driving that car down the street, your wheels are going to fall off, right? If you don't follow the right process. And it's the same thing for me in my mind anyways with a website. If I don't follow a process, the end product is not going to be good, and I'm not going to be happy with it, and I'm not going to put it out there to the world. So all that being said, developing websites on the cheap or as cheaply as possible for a client is very, very difficult for me to do. So I think what would be important is to kind of identify how long it would take me to make a website. From start to finish for a small website, 5 pages, that's just a client-facing website. I mean, I guess if I can try to think of, like, if I look at the process that I have written down here. Oh, that's right here. So let's put this down. Kind of write this down. Minimum process time. So discovery, and there's also market research and stuff like that too. So that can take between, let's do this, 5 to 10 hours. And strategy. That could take another 5 hours to, and this is the minimum I'm kind of putting in here. So we got content. Let's just write these down. The whole design, development, iterations, feedback, and then, I guess that's kind of it, right? Or we could say training. So the content, assuming that they're going to write all the content, but going over it and laying it all out and using that for the information architecture and all that kind of stuff, well, that's still, let's just say 3 hours. And this is where, on the minimum, on the low end, this is tough. Iterations, feedback, again, it totally depends. So let's say on the minimum, let's see, what do we got for hours? So we have between 5, 10, 25, so 28. And let's say training, let's say it takes 2 hours to put together a simple training video. So let's go 30 hours to anywhere between, on the long end, 40, 50, 65 hours. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that the company needs to make $150 an hour for work. I don't really think about things on an hourly basis, but let's just use that number. So we're talking about, let's get the calculator out. So 30 times 150. So that's 4,500 to 65 times 150. 2,9,750. Oh. So that value right there, between $5,000 and $10,000, that is the minimum it would take me to be able to make a site. And that's your standard basic site. Which makes sense because if I have pricing, I do have starting at $5,000. So I'm right to not charge anything less than that, regardless of who the client is. And again, if they can't afford it, then they can't afford it. So what am I doing with this? Where am I going with this? I don't know. Well, I think because I was thinking about the niche. And making $150 per hour is, I mean, that's just okay, right? Because what's the overhead? Like all the overhead and the payments, what are the business and then profit or whatever, it's maybe a third could go for salary, and then that's $50 an hour. And $50 an hour is not a final salary that I'm going to be wanting to make, right? That's not very much at all. Not very good at all. So yeah, and if you think if I'm going to ever want to hire people to help me out with this, then it's going to need to be a little bit more than that. So, but anyways, what's the point of that? All right, that's the point of this. Is what I was talking about. Yes, I was talking about a site that I'm working on right now that's taking an enormous amount of time. Right. Okay. So what about the niche ideas? Academic institutions, new entrepreneurs. They could also Webflow only websites. But I don't know. I don't think too many people care so much about that, like what the tools are, but they might. But you can niche down into what tools you use. So if someone does do a search for, Webflow development, then it's pretty, then you have a greater chance of getting up into the search. If I was like, Pixel, we design Webflow websites in the Halifax area, as an example. It's like it's almost counterintuitive to me. Well, it's not counterintuitive, but it's like I want to build websites, but who? For anybody that needs a website. But like that's so hard to market, right? And truth be told, I can't do websites for everybody. If everyone came to my door and says I want a website, I have to turn people away. So it really makes sense to niche down. And I shouldn't be afraid to niche down. So the question is, how should I do it? Because I should. Because I think I really should. Because I don't, oh God. So, like, should the website be generic? But then when I'm going out there marketing myself, Like I'm trying to think of other companies. Like, okay, here we go. Let's just take a look at Gary Vaynerchuk here for a second. Where's his like other businesses? Yeah, VaynerX. Can I go there? He builds businesses. Okay, right. Let's take a look at his. Oh, he's got more stuff now too, eh? A Web 3.0 consulting. Interesting. Right. So Vayner Media. I think this was his first company, or was not his first company. Or maybe it is. Like outside of his like his wine store, his parents' wine store, or his dad's wine store. Okay. Reuniting media and creative is okay, blah blah blah. From TikTok. What the hell? Oh well, this is not good. Oh, that's kind of bad. I can't even read that. Okay. So creative media. Is it to the point where a company's so big people just know to go talk to them and you don't have to worry so much about what your content is on the website? Results for brands. I guess what I'm trying to do is just trying to think about how other people position themselves and how they might speak to a specific type of niche. And obviously these guys work with huge clients, or at least clients with big wallets. And leads in. Okay. And then the Sasha Group. Marketing, consulting, educate opportunity brands, and growth-minded business. Interesting. We help ambitious businesses outgrow us. Stork, what does that mean? Stork has been on a startup small business. This is completely different. Is this Typekit? Typekit, Typeform. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. So I was just looking at this one, but I mean, these are huge agencies and I don't see anything that says, hey, we only serve this company or whatever, right? Like it's not like Pixel. It's not like if you want this, right, then it's for you. And so I don't know if this says, it doesn't, let's see, because they're like, yeah, this doesn't even really say. It's just a branding agency. Find right fit for your business. You can contact with the right team. What's Usually you can scroll through. It's not going to let you go through. That's crazy. Okay. Maybe this is not a very good a good template to start off with. Commerce. So this is interesting. So again, this is like building websites, but it's specifically for e-commerce, the direct-to-consumer landscape. So constant innovation. Ooh, that's really good. Value. Oh, I love this constant innovation thing. I mean, this says stuff, but doesn't really showcase how. It's always the same. And then it's the top one. Yep. No, that's really cool. Oh, God, that was going to be like the cost, company revenue. Oh, jeez. So that's really cool. So they're probably doing stuff. Yeah, so I like that. That's like specific for e-commerce. So it's not just any website. It's like an e-commerce website. And something like this would be something that I would be tailored for if it's building like a community website, which could be part of this. And I'd love to, yeah. So do I need to, and should I, niche down my website content and copy specifically? And if I do I use one of these niches or something else? Yeah, see, my brain is like, I don't want to lose clients. I don't want to lose potential clients. But then, or maybe is that what my brain is saying, or is this what my heart is saying? Like, you don't want to lose clients. But then the brain is like, if you don't niche down, they're not going to be able to find you and know what it is that you do. It's such a challenge. That's such a challenge. And do I need to define it right now? Or do I let it grow a little bit organically? Like see kind of who comes in? Like who comes into the pool, right? Like when I start posting up some content after a couple months, or maybe till like the summer, and see what kind of people, come in the door. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I had a partner. I could just talk some of this stuff through. So maybe if I know for sure that I need to start making YouTube content that showcases my skill, knowledge, expertise in the web design area, right? So I can start by identifying videos that I can start to create, that I can create, or that I can create. Which is all good. It's all fine and good. But then my question, maybe to you, if you're watching this, like what do you want to see on these videos, on this live stream? Because if I'm going to be spending a lot of time creating content, do I want to just film myself creating that content, like writing scripts, planning out shoots, all that kind of stuff? Is that too boring? Is that, I mean, it's part of the business idea of growing a business. It's part of it. But that's more, I don't know. Or do I get more into the creating websites? Or if like I'm working on a project or I'm working on a website and I'm building something within Webflow, is that more valuable to people? So yeah, like two kind of things that I'm struggling with. Oh boy, I don't know. It's like I don't even know what my problem is. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't have that here. Shoot. I think maybe to start, I mean, it certainly makes sense that I could, on this live streams, just put together part of the creative process in me putting together all the videos that I want to produce and kind of planning it and how that goes about. So I think that'll be helpful. I don't know if that's ideally where I'd want to go every single day. But maybe what I need to do, you know what I think I'll do is, and it goes with, I think I've talked a little bit about this before, is just having a general idea or a general outline of the topics that I want to cover in the stream. You know, like, you know, every once in a while, you know, we're talking about finances, like all the different parts of business. Yeah, sorry, I'm just writing notes here. And I could do, I mean, there's another part of videos that I haven't put on here. It could be, so like I have here, there's marketing ideas for videos. They're all based on themes like Webflow, Ghost, design theory, content management. But there's not much here, or there's nothing here about business. So like discussing I don't know, business operations. So you know, like what's working, what's not working. Just like examples, you know, how I made my first $100,000, you know, in revenue, whatever. Right? Those types of pieces of content. You know, I can talk about those things. I think that would be neat. Yeah. And this is more on the personal brand side. I think what I need to do, to be honest, this is my thought. I think I need to, I think I really need to organize everything a little bit better. Organize my direction, organize the type of work that I want to do on a day-to-day basis and on a weekly basis, organize what I'm going to be doing for the live streams and what I want to accomplish, and just put some systems or whatever process in place to make sure that I can keep up with it and just continue to produce. So it's not so much where like every single day I have to think about like, what am I doing next? What am I doing? What am I doing today? What am I doing tomorrow? And of course, setting some time aside, of course, for dealing with and managing the clients that I have currently. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think, you know what? I need to go for a walk. I need to clear my head a little bit and start to figure things out. So I'm going to go for a walk and then I'm going to come back tomorrow, or come back from there and then just start planning and organizing things a little bit better. And then maybe tomorrow I'll come back here and showcase what I've planned out so far and how I've kind of organized things to keep myself on track and making sure that I don't have to think all the time. I don't like thinking so much in the sense of, especially when it gets later in the day, you get like decision fatigue, right? You wake up in the morning, make your decisions, do the things you need to do, and just get to work, right? And you know exactly what you need to do. So I think I'd love to get that feeling again of I wake up, I know exactly what it is I need to do, what I'm going to do, and then go from there. So there's lots of things that going into that, whether it's like stuff from Atomic Habits or whatever, it's kind of planning your day and what have you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, I think I'll plan that stuff out and come back tomorrow and we'll kind of see where we are and figure out more planning and then start with the content creation. I already have ideas of what my first few episodes are going to be. And maybe what we'll do in the stream is just kind of work on those a little bit and just kind of plan them out and maybe even just do them. So I can plan them out, write scripts, what have you, and then film them. Maybe I'll film them, not when I'm filming this, and then come back and then edit them. Then we could edit them together. I don't know. We could do all kinds of different things, I guess. The whole idea is all the things that I'm doing to build the business should be on this stream. So it could be all kinds of different, all different types of topics, I guess, if that makes sense. All right. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there because I've been rambling enough for almost an hour and a half and I don't know if I've gotten anywhere. Yeah. But the good news is I did get final confirmation on a contract with one of my clients to go with kind of well, the largest package. So that's I just got a new 30K contract, which will be for a year's worth of work. So which is really, really good. But it'll be a lot of work, of course, because it just will. It's a really big website and lots of complex moving parts, but it's good. So it's another guaranteed income, which is really, really nice. So that's the good news. All right. I think that's it. Have a good one. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.